Underdogs get to face the truth and use it to improve. This is one of the underdog advantages that I really spend a lot of time focusing on. Honestly, it's the main one that I worry about losing as I get successful. Underdogs have to face the truth and not hide from their problems, and this is what helps them succeed. It is such a blessing to not be able to hide from your problems. The day that I start hiding from my problems is the last true day of success I will ever have. I try very hard to maintain focus on issues that I deep down want to avoid so that I can identify and then fix them. Hiding from my problems has done nothing but bring me sorrow. By facing the truth and not hiding from their problems, underdogs gain so many advantages. Underdogs get to be relentlessly resourceful. Underdogs can learn freely without having to adhere to any dogma. Underdogs can see clearly who they do not want to be. Underdogs can decide who they want to become. Underdogs can focus on progress over perfection. To put it plainly, underdogs have skin in the game, and that forces them to learn and make the best decisions possible. Rachel Hollis knows all about having to face the truth. When Rachel Hollis was first dating her husband Dave, there was a time when he treated her like shit. He told her, "You're not really my girlfriend," he said. "I don't tell everybody we're serious. It's just a fling." It was pretty terrible. Before you start to get mad at him, realize the thing that Rachel had to realize. She allowed him to treat her that way. Rachel had to face the truth of this, the truth of how she let him do this to her, and she did. So she stopped. She drew a line in the sand. She spoke her heart to him, and she said, "This is not okay." She found love within herself, set the boundaries that he had to respect it if he wanted her in his life. And lo and behold, he did. Now they are married, have 4 gorgeous children, and have an amazing relationship. I'm grateful to call them friends and have spent quality time with them. They are not just great in the public's eye. They have a solid foundation, mutual respect, and complement each other in a truly magical way. Rachel, facing her problems, not only turned a not-so-great relationship into a magical one, it was the premise of her career as a writer, influencer, and business person that has made her a household name and the voice of millions of women around the world. If you don't know her and Dave, I encourage you to seek them out. To get there, she had to face the hard truth about herself and then admit that this was a problem and solve it. To me, that's the coolest thing about being an underdog. By facing your truth, you learn faster, deeper, and it sticks. You can actually see the truth. When you're privileged, no one tells you the truth. You're surrounded by people who make their living off telling you what it is you want to hear. They don't care about reality. They only care about how well they are pleasing you, because you are the golden goose that is feeding them. But as an underdog, you have to face the facts, and when you do, then you can learn and grow faster than anyone around you, and it also allows you to be relentless, resourceful. This happened to me with Motor Millions, my first ever information product. Once I got it on TV and doing well in terms of sales, I still didn't have a lot of money to spend on it because I was so in debt from how long it took to get it moving. So instead of hiring people who were experts at this, I created every department myself. I created the customer service department, I created the sales department, the shipping department. I had to do the work at first for all of these divisions, set up the processes, and then hire people to do them. Yeah, it sucked at first. This was a painful problem while I was in the thick of it. But because I did that, I was able to make sure I got them right, and I knew exactly how each one should work because I built them. That resourcefulness helped me so much later on. Underdogs also can use their problems to clearly see who they do and do not want to be. For me, I've never wanted to be the guy that used to be successful. The prospect of that has always made me face my painful truths and dig into my problems, because if I don't, then I'll be that guy. But what about the true underdog, the everyday person, probably a lot like you, who has a dream for another level of life, income, freedom, and happiness? And when life goes sideways, or the partner cheated, the company closes, the loan falls through, people don't believe in you, and you go home to face a bit of desperation alone in your thoughts, And in many cases, that home isn't your idea of perfection. That person I'm describing, maybe you, has the same level of anxiety I do when I face issues in my life. But in many cases, you don't have the resources, neither did I for the majority of my life, to help you see a better, faster way. You may still have to go to that job you hate, the home you despise, or the partner who isn't supportive. You don't have access to Tony Robbins, Daniel Amen, and the amazing connections and unlimited resources I've been blessed to acquire in more recent years. And I realize that now more than ever, and that is the main reason for writing this book. Going through my divorce really helped me get back to that resourcefulness mindset and gave me so much compassion for the people that I want to serve. I used to be that person, that underdog who didn't feel like I had help or a voice, and I kind of lost some connection with that version of me because of my success. Basically, my divorce brought me back, and even deeper than ever before. It was the hardest thing I'd ever faced. Janelle, my former wife, and I knew the relationship was over.